And we are back. Thank you so much, Larota. That was such an amazing performance. Karibu sana kwenye show for the very first time, by the way.
Asante sana. I'm actually humbled to be here and honored. All the way from Mombasa. So
all the way from Mombasa, but then you live in Mombasa, yes?
Yes, I live in
Mombasa. How many times have you been in Nairobi?
This is home. Nairobi is home.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Yeah.
You grew up in Nairobi or?
Yes.
So how did you end up?
I went to Mombasa. Nilipata mtu huko Mombasa.
Ooh.
We were actually from here initially. Then my husband got a transfer to Mombasa.
So now you live in Mombasa.
Yeah.
All right. So for the guys who are watching you for the very first time,
yes,
I want you to just introduce yourself. Who is Larota?
I'm Larota. That's how people commonly know me as. But my real name is Larota. I am a musician, Afrofusion musician. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a psychologist. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm also a writer. So I juggle up a lot of things. But most importantly, the reason why I'm here is because I'm a musician. So yeah.
Nice. So we're going to talk about you being a psychologist and how you juggle all those, yes, and music. So when did you get into music? I
got into music in 2012. At the point I was just doing it. I wasn't really into the music business. I was just doing the music itself because I was passionate about it. So I just wanted to sing. But then I took a break between 2014 and 2018. Then I decided to just go back to something that I loved doing. Yeah.
What is that?
The music.
The music.
Yeah, I took a break from it.
What are you doing in between?
I was actually having my babies.
It's not baby, it's babies.
Yes, it's babies.
I get that.
Yeah.
So how many?
Two boys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Twins?
No.
Oh, okay.
One is 5, the other is 2. So
what?
I just
You have a kid who's 5. Your eldest is 5.
Yeah.
What? How kai? Congrats, by the way. Wasalimia sana ukirudi home. Okay. So Larota, how would you categorize your music?
My music, I would categorize it as more Afrofusion. But there are times that I delve into maybe reggae and feeling the vibe. But most importantly, I've realized that my reggae songs actually touch on issues that affect us. But the Afrofusion song are just the inspiration from my external environment. But for the reggae ones, I kind of inspirational, and they kind of talk to people.
So what inspires them?
The inspires them are from experiences, other people's experiences and my own experiences. And for me, that's one of the ways that I can actually express myself. So most times I find myself writing songs in relation to that. And I write music depending on not really the situation that I'm in. I can write a song like 2 years ago, and right now there's a time that I release it because it's more effective right now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice, interesting. So you believe your voice to be an instrument, yes?
Yes, it is actually.
Talk to me about that.
My voice is an instrument of, let's say, change. Most times they say, msanii ni kioo cha jamii, and all this stuff that people keep saying. But what I can say is, every time you want to use your voice or you want to use your talent, let it be for good. Because right now there are very few things that are happening that really inspire people. People are always looking for reasons to be negative. So whatever talent you have, let it inspire someone. You might not know it, but someone might be listening to you and maybe it changes something in their lives. So my voice generally, when I do something, my intention is to reach out to anyone maybe who needs to hear that thing at that particular time. But most times I don't just write music just for fun. I just write it at least to get out there, and at least if you find someone, you never know.
True, it's true, because a lot of guys are listening and watching you, so you never know what they might get from it also as well. All right, so are you signed?
No, I'm not signed.
You're
yet. I'm an independent artist for now.
So you're the one who you write your songs, you look for platforms to advertise them and push them.
Yes,
how are you
just me and my manager, and now the record. I'm not signed at that particular record label, Kubwa Studios in Mombasa, but at least when I work with them, there's they support you in whichever way they can. Because right now I have to develop myself as an artist first, maybe as a brand before I start being signed or anything like that. Yeah.
So okay, so how do you juggle hizo vitu zote? You have to release the songs, you have to write the songs, you have to promote the songs.
Thing is, I can just say, for a long time, I've always said, it's a support system. Because most times people will tell me the kind of support system I have is really good. Because basically, sometimes you feel overwhelmed and you're tired and you're thinking, I cannot do all these things, by myself. But then again, I have, like, for example, my husband, he's the one who really, most of the times, pushes me to do something that I need to do at the time, because he knows that if I don't write the music and if I don't release music at a particular point, I start being stressed also. So he like it's basically my support system, and the people that I hang out with, the team, we call ourselves the tribe. Yeah, so that's how I juggle it.
And also plus there's being a mom.
Yeah. And that's the full-time job at it.
That's a full-time job, man. I'm telling you, girl power. It's amazing how we can just multitask all these things. All right, so talk to me about, you've gone through a lot with your ex and violence and all that, which, you know, now you being a psychologist comes in, yes? And for the guys who are wondering, she was, you know, violated by your ex, and she's a story she's about to tell us, by the way. So I'm just going to let you do that.
So it wasn't a really long per se relationship, you know. After college, sometimes when you're trying to find your balance, you're trying to find what to do, so most times you end up maybe in a relationship you're still finding your balance, so anything that comes in the name of love, or you just take it in. So for a while I met someone. It was then we met, at first we're just friends, then it got to the point where I've realized he got me doing my music, but he had a problem with my music also, because when someone's a control freak, they don't want you to have like your freedom, and this music was giving me some sort of freedom, and it was giving me the opportunity to meet new people. So first of all, at first when I got into the relationship, I thought he was protective. He just had his boundaries. He just it was just being, you know, he was just being masculine. You know, but at the end of the day, I realized no, there's something that is really wrong, because I started withdrawing. Like I don't like hanging around people. My friends are saying I've changed. I don't like hanging out with them, and it's not like I don't want to. I'm being forced not to, because once you're told this friend of yours is not a good person, don't hang out with them, and this one no, and if it's the opposite sex, that's a no, in whatever capacity, be it manager, producer, dancer, whatever, no.
Because I know at some point he got you with your manager alone.
Yeah. So there's a time that particular incident was, I was meeting my manager, and I hadn't really informed him that I was meeting my manager. So, and the manager happens to be the opposite sex, a guy. So I went ahead and met the guy. And even the funny thing is, like, my manager had to see me off, you know, and he was there. So there's nothing that was really happening, but at the point he just thought, this guy even has the guts to come and drop you off. That is so wrong. So that is like the first time he, you know, he slapped me, and, you know, they were like, you're shocked, you're still in denial, and saying, it will go away, he was just jealous, you know. These guys get jealous. And some chicks, I think when you're younger, you admire that sort of jealousy, like you feel like, this guy is so protective of me,
he loves me,
and all those things. But over the years, over that particular period, I realized, no, I was actually not happy. You know, the vibrant me, the one who used to be happy all the time, and rarely, you know, there are normal stresses of life, but now I was actually sinking into depression, and you're avoiding it also, because this matter of actually being a victim and always excusing the guy, saying, you know, he's just being protective, he's just a guy, maybe the community that he hails from, they allow it, that's how a man should behave. Then I realized later, no, this is not the way. It was different.
That was not different. Love. That is basically a narcissist.
Yeah.
So how did you get through all that, and you managed to just get back up and do your music?
First of all, during that time, I was avoiding a lot of things. When the relationship ended, I wanted to do something else. So I decided I didn't get back into music immediately. I was just taking my time. I went back home, because I was living alone. I went back home. I wanted to just stay there and look at what is going on, so that I can be able to bring back myself to that particular point, to where I was before. So at that point, I met a friend of mine who, at first we didn't. I met a friend. He was a friend on WhatsApp. You know, the person you're chatting with, and you don't know who you're chatting with. So, who is now my current husband. So he was the one who was chatting with me, and I was wondering what the hell is this guy. He didn't even have a profile picture. So at that time I had him. I didn't know who he is for like 3 months until we met, because he got my number from someone else. And then I had my friends who are always telling me it's okay. And you know, let me just say, as a psychologist, we have a way of having, maybe you have concealed depression. People can't really tell what is going on. So I had a way of just assuming, things people want. I just had a way of covering up. It's like a defense mechanism. People couldn't really tell that I was going through a phase. But eventually, when my friends actually started coming through for me, and they're telling me, let me take you for lunch, let's talk about this, then the surety that they're telling me that it is true that guy was not a good guy, because that is not how people are supposed to behave.
Yeah, definitely.
So
All right, so Larota, thank you so much first of all for coming through, yes, because we
Yes.
have to wind up the interview at some point.
It's
But I
okay.
just want you to look at that camera. That's your camera. Just look at it, and tell people where they can find you on
Yeah.
social media, and then maybe where they can, because you also have a project that you're working on when it
Yeah.
comes to the violence and everything. Then maybe they can just find everything out on social media.
Yeah. So you can find me on all social media platforms, Larota_Africa, that is Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, even on, for my music, you can get it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Just search Larota, you'll find my music. I have a new EP out, it's called Rhythm of Love. It has 6 amazing songs, you can go listen to it. Then for the initiative, Dubbed Art Against Abuse, which I'm doing, I took a break last year. This year we're doing it in Mombasa again. Stay tuned. Check out my Facebook, my social media pages, and you'll be able to find more details on that.
All right, thank you
Yeah.
so much for tuning in. Karibu sana, but then we hope to see you again and again, and all the best.
Thank you.